Good evening. This is your Northeast Asia market close briefing from AJP. Relief Tuesday across Northeast Asia. The KOSPI rebounded nearly 4% and triggered a buy-side sidecar, while semiconductor buying sent Tokyo more than 3% higher, and Shanghai climbed on a broader return to risk. One reversal lifted all three markets today. Hopes of mediation in the Middle East pushed oil lower from recent highs, while investors bought back semiconductor and artificial intelligence shares ahead of major United States technology earnings. But the recovery was sorted by exposure. Korea, where Samsung Electronics and SK hynix dominate the benchmark, gained nearly 4% and triggered a buy-side sidecar. China closed up more than 1%, and Japan surged more than 3%, and inside both, the same rotation appeared in different forms. Shanghai's oil majors retreated as crude eased, while utilities advanced, and Tokyo's memory and chip equipment names led a powerful rebound. This was not yet a return to calm. It was Monday's semiconductor sell-off running sharply in reverse. The KOSPI closed at 6,747.95, up nearly 4% through a buy-side sidecar that temporarily halted program purchase orders during the session. The trigger came at 12:41 p.m. After KOSPI, 200 futures rose more than 5% and remained above the threshold for at least 1 minute. It marked the fourth consecutive trading session with a sidecar. A buy-side trigger on July 15, sell-side triggers on July 16 and 20, and another buy-side trigger today. Samsung Electronics jumped 6.15% to 259,001 after creating a robotics division reporting directly to top management. SK hynix gained 4.08% to 1,836,001, while SK Square rose 6.46% to 1,253,001. Once again, two chipmakers did most of the lifting, turning Monday's concentration risk into Tuesday's rebound engine. Shanghai's Composite closed at 3,848.01, up 1.36%, joining the regional rebound as easing oil prices and hopes for Middle East mediation improved risk appetite. But China's rally was not led by the energy producers that had benefited from the earlier oil shock. PetroChina fell 3% to 10.68 yuan as crude retreated, while Kweichow Mutai lost 1.69% to 1,305.06 yuan, showing that the rebound did not reach every heavyweight. Datang International Power rose 3.45% to 6.6 yuan, giving the session a more defensive edge as utilities outperformed the oil majors. China gained with the region, but its leadership came from a different corner. Less a semiconductor snapback than a rotation away from the most exposed parts of the energy trade. The Nikkei closed at 66,168, up more than 2,000 points, or 3.16%, with Tokyo reopening after Monday's holiday and catching up with the regional relief trade. The recovery was concentrated in precisely the shares hit hardest by the semiconductor sell-off. Kioxia, Japan's memory pure play, surged 18.19% to 61,590 yen, reversing part of its recent plunge. Chip tester Advantest jumped 8.07% to 29,725 yen, and was one of the strongest drivers of the price-weighted index. Shiseido gained 4.9% to 3,210 yen, showing that bargain buying also spread beyond technology. But the center of gravity remained chips. Tokyo's strongest performers were Monday's most obvious absentees, returning from the holiday directly into the region's semiconductor rebound. Today confirmed what this market has become: an index of two stocks in Seoul, of one trade across the region. Concentration deepened Monday's collapse, and today it accelerated the rebound. The honest open question is whether United States technology earnings can validate that reversal, or whether Tuesday merely returned part of the losses from a trade that remains crowded expensive and highly sensitive to every shift in oil, rates, and artificial intelligence expectations. We'll be back tomorrow at the close with the answer to Northeast Asia's rebound question. If this briefing keeps you ahead of the region's markets, subscribe and turn on notifications. Thank you for watching AJP.